Hello, welcome back. What do you call a counting chicken? A mathema chicken. All right, let's get to it. We've got a lesson today on adding up the terms of a sequence. Think of this as an introductory lesson. We're summing a series, and we often shorten it by saying SN. So that's your little. So we got TN, which represents the number of terms. Now we have SN, which represents the sum of the terms. So keeping it simple so you can see what I'm talking about. If I want to consider the sequence, S1 means the sum of my first term, which means it's just going to be 1. The sum of the first S2 would mean the sum of the first two terms, which is 1 plus 2, which in this case equals to 3. The sum of my first three terms, S3, 1 plus 2 plus 3, which equals to 6. And then S4 is 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. Hopefully that makes kind of sense. That gives us 10. Okay, that's the idea. And again, like all these ones here, we could just kind of count, but for more difficult questions, you want a generalized term, which our SN will do. Now, there's one other thing that we need to talk about. It's this thing called sigma notation. I wrote it fancy because I'm fancy. But sigma notation is just a different way to write these things. You'll get this kind of weird backwards looking E. That means the sum of. Okay, so I should probably note that down. That means the sum of. Now you're going to have some sort of function, and that's going to tell you the rule of how the pattern kind of goes on or the sequence goes. And then probably your most important numbers is your bottom and your top numbers. So your bottom number tells you where you start, and then the number at the top tells you where you end. Okay, so hopefully that is making sense. Let's do an example where you can kind of see an example like that. So I'm going to scroll down. I'll keep that there so we can see. Essentially what this is saying is it's going to be, we're going to evaluate this thing and we're going to start with, it's the sum of, and I'm going to start with n equals 3. So in other words, it's going to be 2 times 3 plus 3. That's your first term. And then I'm going to keep going until I reach 6. So the next one's going to be plus 2 times 4 plus 3. That's your second term. Plus 2 times 5 plus 3. Apologies for that one. Let me fix that. 2, I think it'll be 2 times 5 plus 3. And again, following the pattern, and then I'll go equals to 2 times, plus. Bear with me, guys. Plus 2 times, and then replacing the n with the 6. And now, depending on your pattern, you may have to go forever, but you can see here that I started at 3. So that means I started at the third term and I kept going numerically until I got to n equals 6. And you can see that's where I stop. And then at this point, you can evaluate all this, add it together. Should we quickly do that? 6 plus 3 is 9. 2 times 4 is 8 plus 3 is 11. Plus 13 plus 12 plus 15. Okay, there you go. Just all your odd numbers. And that should give you 20, 33, 48. That's that. Hopefully the sum of a series is making sense. That's it. I'll catch you guys in the next one. All right. Bye.